He's one of the most well-known faces of the poker boom. Barry Greenstein is more than just a poker player. He's a poker legend who not only won millions, but gave away millions as well. Why did he do it? Let's get into it. But before we do, thank you for watching another episode of Poker Boom. We took some time off, but we're back now and we're getting excited for you to see our Johnny Chan poker documentary, which we'll be releasing soon. Alright, let's get into the video. Barry Greenstein's name resonates deeply within the poker world, not just as one of the game's elite competitors, but as a man whose legacy extends far beyond the felt. Dubbed the Robin Hood of poker, Greenstein is renowned not only for his skill at the tables, but also for his incredible generosity. Over the course of his career, he's donated millions of dollars in winnings to charitable causes, making him a rare figure in a game that often, rightly or wrongly, is associated with self-interest and with greed. His story is one of intellect and one of heart, of a man who turned big success into even bigger service.
Barry knows that, and that's why he's in a great position to execute this bluff, and it has been executed. The big bluff by Barry Greenstein.
Barry steals the hand from Will.
Greenstein was born on December 30th, 1954 in Chicago, Illinois. He grew up in a household that valued intellect and education. His father, a math teacher, introduced him to card games early on, laying the groundwork for his eventual takeover of the poker world. A gifted student, Greenstein excelled in school and went on to study at the University of Illinois, where he earned degrees in computer science and in mathematics. He later pursued a PhD, but never completed it, as the pull of poker just became too strong. Before becoming a full-time poker professional, Greenstein worked as a software developer for Symantec, where he played a crucial role in developing some of the early antivirus programs. He made a pretty good living, but poker had always been more than just a hobby for him. It was a calling. So by the early 1990s, he left the tech world behind to pursue poker full-time. And unlike many who take that leap and flounder, as we all know, Greenstein thrived. Barry Greenstein's poker resume is as impressive as it is long. He's a three-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner.
This is your first World Series bracelet. Does it feel any different?
It's definitely different. The World Series is a special tournament. It's still the #1 tournament in the world. Now I can say I've won one.
He's a two-time World Poker Tour champion. He made countless deep runs in high-stakes cash games and was a regular on shows like High Stakes Poker and Poker After Dark, where he faced off against some of the best players in the world.
He calls.
Helmuth calls, and Greenstein shows him the missing 8. Barry Greenstein takes down a huge pot worth over $150,000.
As of the making of this video, his total winnings are over $8.5 million. And while others strutted and needled, Greenstein always remained calm, collected, and cerebral. His willingness to make difficult folds earned him the respect of his peers, but it was what he did with his winnings that truly set him apart. He didn't set out to be known as poker's Robin Hood, but as his career blossomed, he began to see poker as more than just a means of personal gain. He saw it as a platform. At a time when the poker boom was turning players into celebrities and into millionaires, Greenstein chose a very different path. Rather than hoard his winnings or flash them in garish displays of wealth, he gave them away. Most famously, he donated the majority of his tournament winnings, millions of dollars, to charity. Among his most frequent beneficiaries was Children Incorporated, an organization that provides support to impoverished children around the world. He also donated to causes related to education, to healthcare, and to social justice. His philosophy was simple. If he was fortunate enough to win at poker, he felt he had a responsibility to give back. Greenstein never made a show of his generosity. He didn't need to. His actions spoke louder than his words. He turned the game into a moral exercise, challenging the narrative that poker was purely about personal enrichment. It wasn't about guilt or about showmanship, it was about purpose. And his donations didn't really make headlines, but they did make a difference. His consistent giving helped fund schools, feed children, and provided medical care to those in need. He inspired others in the poker community to think beyond themselves and consider how their success could uplift others. But beyond financial giving, Greenstein also gave his time and he gave his knowledge. He was a mentor to many younger players and authored Ace on the River, a strategy book that also delved into the ethical and psychological aspects of the game.
Funny, sometimes other people say, oh, we cashed in on the poker boom by writing a book. Well, I think it was $500,000 out of my pocket, and I missed a lot of good poker games that were going on at the time.
The book became a cult favorite, not only for its insights into poker, but for the window it offered into Greenstein's worldview.
The higher level tournaments, you've got hundreds of good players. You know, you got like 80% of the field has a chance to win. It wasn't like that before.
Tuan Lee, a well-known professional poker player, claims that the book helped him succeed in the poker world. And Greenstein is known for giving away a free copy of his book to the player who eliminates him in a tournament, including his autograph and details of the hand. He treated the poker table not as a battlefield, but as a classroom. It was a place to learn about people, about decision-making, and about life itself. He also served as a bridge between the old school and the new school generations of poker players.
It's to Barry's advantage that Howard's still around with 2 chips, is the other remaining players will play tight. They won't want to play against Barry because they want Howard to get knocked out first so they can move up the money standings.
While many of his contemporaries were left behind by the rapidly evolving game, Greenstein adapted. He studied the newer strategies and technologies that were embraced by younger players. He wasn't just a relic of the past, he was a timeless competitor who led by example.
When your game that you normally would play, and whether it's no limit, hold, and repeal or whatever, when it doesn't look that good, drop down the stakes and just learn every game.
But despite his philanthropic ways, Greenstein's life, as with most of us, was not without hardship. He faced personal and financial setbacks, including family struggles, and the volatility that comes with playing high-stakes poker. But even in the face of adversity, he always remained committed to his core values. He continued to play poker, not because he needed the money, but because he loved the game. He understood that poker, like life, is a long-term endeavor, defined not by short-term wins or losses, but by how you conduct yourself along the way.
You know, the old saying, if you look around, you don't know who's it's you. And, you know, that happens more frequently nowadays than it probably did in the past.
His impact on the poker world really goes far beyond trophies and cash. His impact is about the redefinition of what it meant to be a poker professional. He championed integrity, he championed altruism, he proved that you could succeed without selling your soul, and that you could be a killer at the table and a giver in life. In many ways, he helped humanize the game at a critical moment in its evolution. As poker exploded into the mainstream during the early 2000s, Greenstein proved that success wasn't just about bankrolls or bracelets, it was about what you did with them. At the end of the day, Barry Greenstein is not the flashiest poker player out there.
Actually, I'm trying to decide if I've gotten that much worse or some of the players have gotten that much better. It seems like whenever I've tried to bluff, it's been wrong, and a few times I should have taken a stab and I didn't, so.
Nor is he the most talked about in highlight reels, but he is, without a doubt, one of the most respected. His nickname, the Robin Hood of Poker, is not just clever branding. It's a reflection of a life devoted to using talent for the greater good. Greenstein has reminded us that poker at its best is not just a game of cards. It's a game of character, and in that game, Barry Greenstein has already won.
Yeah, I wasn't going anywhere.
No, had you.
You had me beat?
Jeez.
Barry Greenstein rakes in a pot worth more than $250,000.
And that's it for this one. Thank you for watching another episode of Poker Boom. We're back to our weekly Monday releases, so make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. We'll see you in the next one.